A little over 20 years ago, playwright Jeannie Linders took on a subject that wasn't always so easy for women to talk about: menopause. Not only that, she did so with humor and music. Menopause the Musical became a hit and spawned a follow up, Menopause the Musical 2, Cruising Through the Change. The Canadian touring production stops in Lethbridge at the Yates Memorial Centre on September 19th and 20th before heading to Calgary for a performance at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. That's on September 21st. And I'm very happy to say I'm joined now by actor Lorena Mackenzie to tell us more about this great show. Hello, Lorena.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Thanks
great.
for having me.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming by and spending some time to talk about this, what looks like a hilarious show. Can First off, tell us about the character that you play.
I play Soap Star. So she is obviously had a fabulous career in television and film in Hollywood. And now that she's aging, ageism comes in,
Hmm.
and she's not getting the work that she used to. And she's feeling it. She's really feeling it. So she met these women about 5 years ago. So this actual show takes place, I want to say, approximately 5 years after they met. In the first show, which was Menopause the Musical, they met at Bloomingdale's in a
Hmm.
department store, and they became friends. Obviously, menopause was their glue. They all told their stories of going through the sisterhood of menopause and all the crazy, terrible, in some cases, things that we have to go through. With the body changes and this and life and your partners and your all the things that go along with it. Anyway, so we meet again 5 years later on this cruise that I can tell you the premise that I have organized through a contract. I now have a contract. This is sort of where her career has gone with Menno shoes. We call them Menno shoes. So they're orthopedic shoes. And I've got
Okay.
this contract. And that's what's paying for the. So we all have to be wearing them
Okay.
on the cruise. And so I guess so that's kind of the premise of the trip. Yeah. So my character is, an aging soap star. You
Great.
know, she was this beautiful girl. And anyway, yeah, that's about it.
Being an actor yourself, do you connect with this character a lot in terms of someone being of an age, and have you had the same
Absolutely.
experiences? Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been in this business since my early 20s, actually, since I was, yeah, probably 19, 20 years old. And yes, I mean, there's less work for women of our age.
Hmm.
Absolutely. It's very youth driven. And so I have felt it, but I've been very fortunate in that there has been work for me. But yeah, it's a reality. It's definitely a reality for women in this business when they age,
Do you think that's
you know.
changing at all? I know there has been a lot of talk about that, about ageism in entertainment and
I
fighting back against it.
Yeah, I do think it's getting better, and I think that the powerful women of Hollywood are really helping with that, speaking out on it and creating their own work. I think is what's happening now. I think that women are steering the ship a little bit better.
Hmm.
Haha, steering the ship. We are. It is getting better.
Good, good.
I mean, of course, there's the strike now. Nobody's working at the
Yeah.
moment, but yeah, I do think it's better, and thank goodness.
Now, when the
It's more accepted. It's more accepted. We can have the wrinkles. We can,
yeah,
um, women are beautiful at every age. And also just the fact that people are talking about menopause more, whereas it was just completely taboo and it was like almost like a sickness of sorts. But now, I mean, with social media, it's really out there and people are understanding it and talking about it. I mean, not that women didn't understand it, but now everybody's understanding it a little bit more. Even for the young women who will one day get there. It's not just the men need to understand it. It's for everyone to understand that it's a natural thing to go through, and that we have to understand it more.
Well, you kind of touched upon it a bit here, but I was going to say that, the original Menopause musical, again, that came out 2 decades ago
Yes,
plus. And as you
exactly.
mentioned, it was basically something between a woman and her doctor, if that, if the doctor even wanted
Yeah,
to talk about it.
yeah.
But it wasn't talked about publicly. How do you think the Menopause musical helped with that and helped sort of bring it again to the forefront and help women be comfortable laughing about it?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that we bring humor into it. Every woman in that audience sees with, that they may not connect with me, but they can, a single person goes, that's exactly me. That's exactly what I go through, because we literally tell the stories and our journeys of going through and what it's done to our life, and oh, my husband, my job, my and how it has affected us, and it truly is a sisterhood. And so the audience feels good when they leave. They feel good. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're crying.
Hmm.
Some of them. I mean, some of it is very touching, and they relate, and it's so nice to see four women up on that stage, talking and singing and dancing openly about the journey of menopause and creating joy in it. And let's be clear, it's entertainment. I mean, you come to the theater, you want to escape, you want to laugh, and that's exactly what happens with this show. But it's just so relatable. And
Yeah.
the men, I have to say that we don't get a lot of men in the audience, but the men that do come and the ones that we speak to after, sometimes we have these VIP sessions where we can chat, and they love it. They're like, "Thank you so much. It's just really opened my eyes." And my wife was like nudging me, going, "See, see," and so it's fun. It's fun. A lot of information, but a lot of laughs.
Right, right. Well,
Yeah,
thank you very much, Lorena. It was great to talk to you about Menopause the Musical 2, the second one,
yeah,
which you can check
great.
out.
It's a fun show. Come on out, and thanks so much for having me.
Thank you. That was Lorena McKenzie, one of the stars of Menopause the Musical 2, cruising through the change. The touring production is in Lethbridge tonight and Wednesday night at the Yates Theatre. And then it moves to Calgary for a performance at the Grey Eagle Event Centre on Thursday, September 21st. For Lethbridge tickets, go to lethbridgelink.com. To buy tickets for the Calgary show, go to greyeagleresortandcasino.ca.